Hey guys, Sean here. It has been pretty much a year since I made a video on this channel. Really sorry about that. If you're interested at all about where I've been and what I've been up to, there's a link to my second channel in the description. So feel free to go there, and I'm going to have a video about, talking about what I've been up to. But today, I have a lot of new ideas for projects coming up, and I guess I'm also here to tell you that I'm back. But to get started with all these projects, we need Game Boys, and Game Boys are expensive. So I have this box of Game Boy Color motherboards. I'm not sure how many are here, and most of them, or if not all of them, don't work. So let's see how many we can get working today. Okay, let's see. Game Boy Color. I think there's some other types of boards in here. Right, there's Game Boy Advance. Here's a Game Boy Pocket. A few more pockets. Wow, look at this one. Really rusty or something. Alright, so these are all the Game Boy Color ones. These are, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. One Game Boy Advance, and 1, 2, 4, 8. So there's 20 Game Boy Color motherboards. Some of these in the past I've messed around with. Some of them I've replaced some of the capacitors. This one has capacitors missing. This has no battery terminals. Some of them have been somewhat repaired. Some of them I can see have really bad corrosion, like throughout the board. So this one, I wrote that it works, and then I crossed it off and wrote no signs of life, and then I crossed it off, and it says no video. I can see that these capacitors are leaking, so at least I think they are. Maybe that's old flux, but maybe we'll start with this one. So let's plug in a screen. And, okay, the power switch does need to be cleaned. I can tell that it's dirty already. But I do see it powering on. I do see something on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see that. Some really interesting looking lines. Let's see if we adjust the little potentiometer here. Ooh, interesting. So there's definitely something happening on the screen, but something's messed up somewhere. This one is going to take a bit more work of actually going through all the circuits and figuring out which parts are good or bad. So I'm going to set that one aside. This one says nothing. And absolutely nothing. Could be a power switch issue. This power switch is incredibly loose feeling. Well, for now I'll call that a dud. This one I have little hope for. It's very, very corroded underneath all the pads. It looks like a lot of the, internal bits of the board are corroded. Yeah, it doesn't power on at all. That one I'm not even going to bother with yet. This one does look like it powers on. So let's plug in a screen. And interesting. Can you guys see that? Oh, okay. It's just a matter of it's still kind of faint. So that might just need maybe one of these capacitors. Oh, this has no capacitors. Interesting. So this one looks like it works okay. It just needs some capacitors actually on the board. So that one's good. I'm going to set that in a good pile. This one, missing battery terminals. It's missing some of the capacitors. Let's see what happens here. Power's on. See if we get anything on the screen. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I hear nothing on the speaker. But that's usually an easy fix. And it is also missing this capacitor and this capacitor, so I'm going to mark this one as a hopeful one. Next we have this one, which looks like it has some kind of bug casing or something there. Very corroded in some areas. Oof. Yeah, this one, don't have high hopes for this one either. You can see a lot of the corrosion underneath here. I highly doubt this will even power on. Yeah. That's might be a parts motherboard. This one looks like the power AC jack here has been removed and put back, and not put back very well. But let's try it out. And nothing. Yep, we'll come back to that one. What is this? Maybe that's not a bug. Maybe it'd be an old piece of rice or something. Okay. This one looks pretty decent, but nothing. No sign of life from just quickly plugging it in. We'll come back to that one. This one I think I repaired a bit in the past. I had to run a wire from the power switch to this via to, I guess, underneath the power switch because something was not connected there, and then I had to run ground to this side of this capacitor, and then that capacitor connects over here, and it looks like it does power on. So maybe I fixed this one in the past. What the? Okay, power's on, and it's very finicky. I might need to go through it all again and see what's up. Yeah, weird lines and stuff on the screen, so that's a maybe. This one says no sign of life. I wrote on there, and sure enough, no sign of life just by powering it on. So far we have two that are true hopefuls. This one says bad cart reader, but it works. And it looks like it powers on. Power switch feels good. I had a little D-pad riser put in right there. So let's see what happens when we put in a screen. Wow, actually interesting to hear. Okay, so it's working. It says bad cart reader. Let's get a game. So here is my old flash cart. Aha, yeah, it's not detecting it at all. It's not reading anything. Could be something damaged in there. I don't know if it actually needs this whole thing replaced. It doesn't look corroded or anything. But I did write bad cart reader, so who knows what I did in the past. But I'm going to mark that one as hopeful. Okay, up next we have this one, which looks pretty good. Until you look at this side. Oop, a little something. And we got sound. There we go. It might just be this connection here. It feels really bad. It feels like there's something in there. It looks like there might be a pin messed up right in here. One of the little pins. You can see when you plug it in. It goes in really easy on this side, but this side is like giving me a struggle. It might just be dirty in there, or it might be have a damaged pin, or something, some kind of damage in there. I'm really gonna lock it down. Try one more time. Oh, I see something on the screen now. Okay, well, I would call this one semi-hopeful. It may be just something to do with this LCD adapter or whatever thing. Okay, moving on. This one is, it says weird colors on screen. That sounds fun. And, oh yeah, look at that. So maybe something is messed up somewhere. A pin, something here. I don't know. Has to look with the game. Okay, it's loading it, okay. Ooh, partially. This one's having some pretty unique issues. It might be a little more difficult to fix, but I'm gonna add it to the hopefuls for now. And that might be the last on the pile of hopefuls, but this one looks, oh, it's missing a power switch. This one, no sign of life. And yep, nothing. My goal is to repair all of them. Oh, this one's also missing. I need a third pile of like maybes. Maybe hopeful. Oh, this one looks pretty corroded here. But let's see what happens. Ooh, that power switch is definitely corroded. It's like crunchy in there. Maybe hopeful. That's our medium pile. This one looks decent. It's missing a thing. Oh, it's missing a power switch as well. Did I put that in hopeful? Yeah. So maybe I'll also put that in hopeful. It just needs a power switch. This one also has a broken power switch. I did order some of these new replacement power switches from Angry Helder. You can get them on his shop. I guess I'll put a link in the description. He also sells these, they're basically replacement DC-DC boards. And this one actually says bad DC-DC. So maybe this will be a way to fix this one. Up next we have this one. Is no hope. You kidding me? Look at that. Rusty or paint? Is that paint? I don't know what that is. I don't know if I want to power this on. No, that has to be kind of rust or something. Ugh. It's like through all the vias. Oh, what the? Well, it actually has some kind of sign of life. Interesting. That could be an interesting one on its own. I'm going to put that in the medium potential pile. Oh, and actually, that was the last one. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is let's take a look at this one, because it potentially looks like it might be good, except for it's missing part of the power switch. So thanks to Helder, I have some of these power switches. So it's a brand new little board that he designed. These are brand new. Ooh, it has like a little clicky switch in there. They're very interesting. I wonder how that works with a normal power switch, like the little plastic part. Huh. Anyway, I'm sure this is a modern power switch. And yeah, it just looks like you solder it right in place. Seems pretty easy. I do have a hot air station too. That might also be a good option for doing this. All the pins are still intact. okay. I don't know if it needs these two things soldered on the sides, but that looks like it's working, so I'm going to push, and that side looks good. That looks really good to me. It's a little bit crooked, but I think it's okay. So let's give this one more go. I'm actually gonna plug this in one more time. Okay, so the speaker's not working. Oh, that's because one of the wires isn't even soldered, but there we go. We got the Game Boy working by installing a new power switch. So we got one done. I'm going to keep going through these. I'm not going to make this into like a huge 2-hour-long video or anything, but yeah, maybe I'll update you guys in the next video, like how I did. But that's kind of my process to start with. Maybe some of these more complicated ones I might make separate videos on or something. But for now, I'm just going to go through these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess 7 good potential ones. So anyway, expect some more videos coming pretty soon. Today was just kind of to let you guys know that I'm back and just to start preparing for future projects. Alright, hope you guys have all been well, and hopefully I don't go missing for another year after this video. So I'll see you guys soon.